Intro. Today's movie is a psychological thriller about a young woman who moves to New York for a better life, but ends up trapped in a building where everyone is smiling, everyone is watching, and no one ever leaves. This is My Strange Neighbor. Marie, 22, arrives in New York with one suitcase, $87, and a dream. She's lived in poverty her whole life, doing odd jobs, caring for her sick mother. New York is supposed to be her fresh start, but she quickly learns that rent is too expensive, job offers are scams, and the city doesn't care about her dreams. After 48 hours of walking, sleeping in bus stations, and nearly fainting from hunger, Marie finds a flyer.
Affordable rooms, Eden residence.
Safe, friendly, community living. She hesitates, but she has no other choice. The building looks like it hasn't been renovated since the 70s. The walls are yellowed. The lights flicker. The hallway smells like old rain and bleach. The landlord, Mrs. Greer, opens the door with a warm smile that doesn't reach her eyes. She talks too softly, too slowly, like a kindergarten teacher who's hiding something behind her back. The rent? $300 a month. Suspiciously cheap. Before Marie even asks, Mrs. Greer says, "We take good care of each other here." Marie signs without reading the contract. As Marie walks toward her room, she's introduced to several tenants. 1. Alan, a thin young man with messy hair. He stands at the end of the hall, staring at Marie without blinking. Mrs. Greer says, "Don't mind Alan. He's shy." Alan whispers, "She seems perfect." Marie pretends not to hear. 2. Claire, a cheerful woman in her late 30s who talks too much. She squeezes Marie's arm and asks, "When do you usually sleep?" Marie laughs nervously. Claire doesn't. 3. Mr. Bishop, an old man whose room smells like metal. He doesn't come out much, but he listens through the vents. Marie hears him whispering the first night, "New girl, new girl." At 2:13 a.m., Marie wakes to soft knocking. Not on the door. Inside the closet. Then she hears footsteps pacing slowly in front of her room and stopping right at her door. She holds her breath. The doorknob turns, but the lock holds. A whispered voice says, "Good night, Marie." Marie tries to brush it off and starts job hunting. But whenever she tries to leave the building, someone accidentally blocks her path. Claire asks where she's going. Alan stands silently by the exit. Mrs. Greer reminds her, "Come home early, dear." She feels watched every moment. At night, she sees shadows under her door. Her toothbrush gets moved. Her suitcase is found unzipped. And once, she wakes up to find her room arranged differently, but the door is still locked. One morning, Marie opens her door and jumps back. A small recording camera is placed on the floor, pointing directly at her door. The red light blinks. Claire appears behind her and says, "Safety measure." Marie replies, "For who?" Claire smiles, "For us." Marie decides she has to leave. Tonight, she packs her things quietly, but when she opens her closet, her suitcase is gone. Her wallet is missing. Someone has carved a sentence into the wood. "No one leaves Eden." Marie's hands shake. She storms to Mrs. Greer's office, demanding answers. Mrs. Greer simply tilts her head and says, "Change is hard, Marie. You need stability. You need us." Marie runs back to her room and sees Alan inside, going through her drawers. He looks up and says, "Don't worry, we're just learning you." Convinced the police won't believe her without proof, Marie decides to gather evidence. Late at night, she sneaks to the basement to find the building's old records. What she finds is worse. Boxes full of tapes labeled with tenants' names.
Surveillance log.
Psychological reports.
Predictive compliance charts.
And a list titled, "Tenants Who Attempted to Leave." Every name has the word "lost" beside it.